All right, buckle up because this one is wild. Looks like we're finally heading toward the end of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, and it's not just messy, it's nuclear. Word on the street is that Jada is divorcing after allegedly finding out Will infected her with herpes. All those separated but still married interviews suddenly make way more sense. Insiders are saying this wasn't some quiet split, it was a ticking bomb ready to blow. If you've been paying attention, Jada's been dropping hints for a while. Colder interviews, sharper responses, and energy that screamed she was done with Will's BS. Now here's where it gets crazy. For years, people blamed Jada for all the drama. Entanglements, oversharing, the whole narrative. Will was painted as the perfect husband, until now. The story coming out is way darker than anyone expected. We're talking long-term cheating, secret side arrangements, and allegedly Will passing herpes to Jada from these side pieces. Yeah, this completely flips everything we thought we knew about them. So, the real question, why did Jada even stay this long? And why is she finally pulling the trigger on a divorce now? This might be the most toxic chapter we've ever seen with Will and Jada. But if it's true, the chaos is finally ending. Jada's been low-key soft launching this announcement for a minute now, and you could have seen it coming from that interview where she was asked if she'd let Will move back in. Her answer made it obvious she was done.
It's just this beautiful connection. We will.
Look at that.
Not right now.
But you will.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's.
Why do you say that with such clarity?
Because that's what it's gonna be.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah.
And you both were on that page.
Yeah, and but right now I really do enjoy my space.
Yeah.
I've been living
alone.
I am my mother's only child.
Yeah.
Right? And so having this time that I've had to myself has been fantastic. Just to get to know me, even to have my house exactly how I want it. I don't have to be like, well, what color do you want this wall? You know what I mean? I can just do it.
You're the chooser.
I'm the chooser.
You're the chooser.
Right.
So when you imagine your life back together, because I'm sure you've seen it, how does that look to you?
We don't know yet.
You'll build that.
We'll build that, and it'll be something new.
So it took me a long time to realize it is not his responsibility to make you happy. He can't. It's impossible. But it took me forever. Hard-headed, stubborn, because that romantic idea. And that's why I talk about checking the boxes. It's like I did everything I was supposed to do. You get to have your dream, how come I'm not having mine? And that's because Will was doing what he wanted to do.
He was making himself happy.
He was making himself happy.
And he says that to you, doesn't he? He says, when you separate, he says he wants you to go and...
He's like, go.
Go make yourself happy?
Go make yourself happy.
Wow, this whole Will and Jada saga really goes way deeper than most people realize. It all started with Jada admitting that Will Smith could never satisfy her in bed, which naturally sent fans into a frenzy. She tried to backpedal, saying things were taken out of context, but once you layer in the entanglement with August Alsina and the Oscars slap incident, the narrative shifts dramatically. Multiple insiders now claim that Will allegedly cheated first, and Jada's involvement with August was allegedly payback. On top of that, rumors suggest he may have been careless enough to infect Jada with herpes. That alone flips the script. Suddenly she's not the villain. The blame isn't one-sided anymore. And the wildness keeps going. Reports claim Will fantasized about a harem of girlfriends, even naming Halle Berry and Misty Copeland, and allegedly worked with an intimacy coach to reach out strategically to women. He openly said he wanted freedom and multiple relationships, painting a picture of someone who never fully bought into conventional monogamy. Will has also admitted that Jada never wanted a traditional marriage and that monogamy was their mutual choice, not the only form of love. According to him, their marriage was about freedom, support, and unconditional love, not restriction. And then there's the added detail that Jada was reportedly pressured by her mother to go through with the wedding in the first place. So a lot of this chaos traces back to long before they became public figures. When you connect all these dots, cheating, entanglements, herpes rumors, unconventional marriage agreements, it suddenly makes sense why Jada may have felt trapped or why she eventually chose to divorce now.
Get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant. I was just like, I didn't know what to do, but I just knew. I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Oh man, it really does get messier. Rumors are swirling that Will Smith allegedly didn't just cheat with women. There are claims he may have been involved with multiple men as well. Reportedly, he spent millions trying to erase any trace of this from the internet. But we all know the internet never forgets. Fans pieced together a clue when one of Diddy's former bodyguards revealed that Will allegedly engaged in intimate acts with another rapper. The bodyguard didn't name anyone, but social media sleuths quickly connected the dots and concluded it was Will. This adds an entirely new layer to the already chaotic Will and Jada story, making it one of the wildest celebrity dramas in recent memory. If you want, I can also summarize the entire Will and Jada saga, from the entanglements to these DL rumors, in one concise, jaw-dropping recap for easy sharing. Do you want me to do that?
Puff and his artists run out the room naked. Puff and his artists run out the room naked. And so then I said, I see the artist trying to grab a towel. Puff didn't give a shit. And artist like, yo, what's wrong? What's going on? What's going on? He's like, yo, G, that's my cousin. I was like, oh man, he's trying to get in the room, and y'all told me to let nobody else come in, let nobody come in this room. Jesus Christ going to come take the Puff, no, Jesus going to take the air out my body if anybody comes in that room. And Puff.
Oh wow, it keeps getting wilder. On top of the previous rumors, there's talk that Will Smith allegedly got involved with Puffy's circle. And then there's Trisha Paytas.
Jada Pinkett really good. Listen, how about worry about your daughter being naked in bed at 13 with her 20-year-old boyfriend on the internet? How about worry about that? How about worry about your cheating husband, my male dancers, you know, when they didn't want to? How about talk about that?
Yeah, this just keeps stacking up. On top of everything else, Will's former assistant allegedly claimed that Will Smith had a gay affair with Dwayne Martin.
Hollywood is the hurry up and wait game. So 3 minutes later, after them telling me, hey, you got eyes on Will, we need him to come watch this. So I'm running all over the studio. He's not in his dressing room. I go to the cafeteria. I'm like, what? But I see his car there. I'm like, where's this guy at? So I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having anal sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him, murder. It was murder in there.
And if you remember, there were rumors from the early 2000s or late 90s that Dwayne and Will's weird friendship was putting a strain on his marriage to Jada. According to reports,
This story just keeps getting wilder. According to the claims, Will Smith has allegedly been spending more time with Dwayne Johnson than with Jada Pinkett Smith and the kids, which supposedly drove Jada crazy. The allegation paints a picture where she felt humiliated seeing him jet off on exotic trips while she stayed home. On top of that, there are claims from Bow Wow saying that Will allegedly pressured Jada into sexual acts, including a pegging incident, and allegedly participated in a four-way involving Sean Combs, or P. Diddy, and Jennifer Lopez. This is a level of drama that completely rewrites the public perception of their marriage and adds layers of controversy that fans weren't expecting.
A bash Will thing.
So, with Will and Jada allegedly trying to get Diddy and J-Lo in a foursome.
Mm-hmm.
Diddy gay?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, and I don't want to speculate because it could have been him fucking Jada and Will looking, you know? Will thing, Jada thing to Will is the strap on. So I don't know how that would go.
Jada's
But
allegedly pegging Will from the back.
Well,
She owned that.
yeah.
He's her
and it
bitch.
shows. And the behavior shows, but
Yeah, when you put the timeline together, it starts to make the whole thing feel even more intense. Entity people Will Smith, actor, allegedly getting involved with Sean Combs and Jennifer Lopez back in the late 90s and early 2000s kind of frames how long some of these patterns might have been going on. Now add in what Jaguar Wright claims that Will's been cultivating creepy relationships with young men under the guise of mentorship, and it paints a really unsettling picture of behavior that goes way beyond just the publicized celebrity drama.
Men have left their house fucking screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills. Bashir Gray.
Jada Pinkett Smith finally hitting her limit after allegedly being infected with herpes by Will Smith turns what people thought was a messy separation into straight-up nuclear territory. Years of separation, hints, and half-explained interviews all lead to this moment. She's not just leaving, she's reclaiming control over her life and finances, especially since no prenup was signed. This isn't a quiet divorce. This is the kind of Hollywood drama that makes everyone stop and pay attention.